social media can actually be used as a tool for personal development and healing.
You do learn so much about yourself. I have. And this is why we're doing this, so that you guys can come on the journey with us and understand more about yourselves as we are finding out a lot about ourselves. You don't have control over who views your content either. And that's part of it. For me, that was a big lesson.
If you post something and it goes viral and you have all of these comments and this and that, you want to be in a position where you're healed enough to know who you are, know what you stand for, and to know that those people's opinions is just data, it's just feedback from them, and you have the power to take or leave it.
Oh, God, I'm sounding like a dad. How did we get there?
I was about to say, how did we get here?
Oh, well, that's right, because it's a mirror.
We've been dealing with so many clients for so many years now, and businesses and brands, big and small, artists, individuals. We've been creating content for them. We've been watching these patterns unfold, and the ones who are really successful online are the ones who... When did running a business start feeling like 2 full-time jobs?
You signed up to do what you love, but somehow you're also expected to be a full-blown content creator, editor, copywriter and social media guru. We get it. I'm Dave.
I'm Sarah. We actually make content for a living, but even we've been guilty of totally neglecting our social media.
That's why we started this podcast, to figure it out with you.
From filming tips on any budget, to quick hacks that stop content creation from eating your life, to real talk about the overwhelm and the inner work required to show up in a confident way on camera.
We're in the trenches with you. This is Unfluencers Anonymous.
Your survival guide to creating content without losing your sanity.
Let's do this together.
So, David, today we are talking about something that I'm really passionate about, actually. It's kind of crept up over the last few months for me personally, a totally new perspective of how to look at social media. And I think it's been given such a bad rap for so long. And, you know, we've both participated in that because there's a lot of negatives about social media. There can be, but there are also so many positives. And I think social media can actually be used as a tool for personal development and healing. And I have sort of tapped into some ways that I can use it to kind of quantum leap me into my future version of me that I want to be. So I want to share some of these tips. You've got a whole bunch of tips as well that you can share. Or they're not tips. I'm so used to saying tips, but they're points, I guess. Suggestions of how to use it as a healing tool rather than just thinking of it as this vapid, annoying pit of negative energy and bickering and jealousy.
Yeah, I think sort of we become easily overwhelmed. I think that's a generational issue too. I'm going to be criticised for saying that. But I don't think there's as much resilience. I think the main market for people that are watching or are on social media are younger people, although I want to change that. And I think, oh God, I'm sounding like a dad. I'm listening to myself. There's not a lot of resilience. Not a lot of resilience today. And I think when people see something on social media, it's so easy to go, oh, I'd never do that, you know, or I don't want to be seen because people are going to judge me, or, you know, I'm going to be shamed. I was talking to someone about shaming last night. It's a massive issue, but we'll go there another episode.
Oh, yeah. I think we need to do a whole series on shame when it comes to social media, honestly.
Yeah, but with social media, you do learn so much about yourself. I have. And this is why we're doing this, so that you guys can come on the journey with us and understand more about yourselves as we are finding out a lot about ourselves. Things don't have to be so slick and polished. I think today you just need to be yourself. Just present as yourself, be comfortable in your own skin. Hey, you know, I'll never say it again, but I ain't the prettiest guy or the most muscular guy. So
what? Now?
I know, Sarah. I know it's hard to believe. I know, but you know, there are people that are more attractive than me, and maybe just a little.
Impossible.
Yeah. Their bodies are maybe slightly more shapely, but that's not what this is about. How did we get there?
I was about to say, how did we get here?
Oh, well, that's right, because it's a mirror for yourself. So I'm thinking physically a mirror.
It's true, but it is. It's like it's not creating your insecurities, it's revealing all of them. You get to learn what you're insecure about because you're suddenly like comparing yourself to other people, and you see what triggers you, and also like I've even noticed like when you're scrolling, some things you see something and you're like, I don't want to look at that, and you scroll really fast, and you're learning things about yourself going, oh, what is it that I'm letting into my reality and what I'm not? And that is really important as well, because once you open social media, it's like Pandora's box. You don't know, it's like unleashing hell potentially if you don't have your algorithm set to the right sort of thing. the
gosh.
right content that, you know, works for you and makes you feel better about yourself and helps you heal. There are so many creators that are incredible, that are helping people. I mean, like the holistic psychologist, great example. She's been around for ages now, but
Yeah,
just sharing her knowledge. And you get people like, I remember I was following her for a couple of years. I didn't even know that you were following her. And then you'd send me a post, like you'd share one of
yeah.
her posts with me. And I'm like, yes, like this chick's amazing. And there's so many ways that you can use it to understand yourself a little bit better. And I think if you look at it that way as a bit of a mirror, like you're saying,
Yeah.
then it's a tool for healing. And it really is. It's like think about celebrities back in the day when, you know, magazines, especially, I know there's still trashy magazines. I just don't exist in that reality anymore. But when I was younger, I was obsessed with buying these trashy magazines.
You.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so sad. But the
I've
amount
seen the
of
I've seen the subscriptions on the company credit card, but it still is,
still
folks.
going.
It still is, yeah.
But they would just bag out celebrities. They would just pick them apart and go, look at their cellulite and look at them making a mistake here and there and whatever. But so imagine those poor humans that are behind the name celebrity. They've got millions of eyes on them and they're getting judged all the time.
Yeah.
Now, flash forward to today. We all have that potential. We all are potentially judged by millions of people depending on what content we put up.
Yeah.
And we didn't necessarily ask for that. Like some people are just wanting to post for their business or show something to their family or whatever. And there's always that potential that you can go viral. And that's a lot to take on if you're not prepared for it. And if you're not a healed human, you're going to go, oh my God, it's just going to amplify all of your fears that you have about yourself and your shame and insecurities because you've now got all these people with their 2 cents about who you are.
So hang on. So, like I was about to say, it's awesome because it translates self-analysis. It gives you data and you can self-analyze yourself. But aren't we saying, this is where I'm a bit confused, aren't we saying that self-analysis, and is that the same as judging? Because some people can say, but hang on, yeah, I'm getting insights into me and my personality and what I look like and how people perceive me, which we really shouldn't worry about.
It's the thing is, what I'm saying is, I love how we start every episode with confusion. It's fantastic.
Hey,
If you
if I
are
don't
unhealed,
I'm the barometer. If I don't understand it,
yeah, no, it's true. But there's so many
pretty
different
low
ways to look at
barometer.
it. There's
Let's
so
just
many.
keep talking over the top of each other.
You go for it. You
No,
off
please.
you go. Oh, you did ask a question. What
I had
happens after
nothing
you
to
ask
say.
a question? You know that the audio cuts out when we talk over each other. So the listeners, we love you and so sorry. You've probably heard nothing over the last 10 minutes. What we're sort of getting at here is that self-analysis, I think, is great. That's awareness. That's a conscious human. And that's what the healing process looks like. You need to sort of understand yourself a little bit more. I think for a long time we were sort of walking around very unaware of all of the different facets of ourselves because, again, a beautiful part of social media, it's brought so many experts in different areas of mental health, physiology, like fitness, food, all of these different areas that we never had that much info from school. Like we learned very little about these important topics. Now we have industry leaders talking to us every single day with free content, giving us all of this value and this information. So we're in this time where we're learning so much more about ourselves. So I
Yeah.
think it's an absolute positive. What I was saying about the celebrities is if you are not doing that self-analysis and being aware of who you are and learning about yourself and being curious and allowing and being compassionate, like the whole point is to not be expecting perfection from yourself.
Yeah.
If you then post something and it goes viral and you have all of these comments and this and that, you want to be in a position where you're healed enough to know who you are, know what you stand for, and to know that those people's opinions is just data, it's just feedback from them, and you have the power to take or leave it. But if you're not a healed, grounded person, then you have it's very easy for that to just completely knock you over. And that's that's what we're here for. That, Dave, just so you know, we're here to help people become healthy, like mentally healthy, before you're jumping online and doing all of these big posts and being consistent.
Exactly. And that was my question. Is it dangerous for someone that doesn't really have their fortitude,
Shit together.
to get on here and know that they're going to be analysed by others? The thing too you need to remember is the viewer themselves are I mean, they don't have to watch you. You know, like it's your choice as a viewer. It's absolutely your choice who you're going to view and follow and listen to. So I don't know where I was going with that.
That's all right. But
It was just to
like
show
you're
it's
saying, but I do get what you were saying, and it's yeah, you can, I mean, anyone obviously has the right to go on social media and post whatever you want and experience whatever you want. What
yeah,
we're saying is we've been dealing with so many clients for so many years now, and businesses and brands, big and small, artists, individuals. We've been creating content for them. We've been watching these patterns unfold, and the ones who are really successful online are the ones who are healed internally before they do it, and they are aligned. They are aligned. Their content is completely in alignment with their values, with their soul mission, with their purpose, with the things that they
yeah,
want to achieve in this life. And that's also when creating content energizes you. It doesn't drain you, and
yeah.
that's a big part of what we help people to do.
It's a gift. It's an absolute
Yeah.
gift. I'm finding out that I probably, well, I was one of those people, and it's like, oh, okay. Each week I'm growing a little bit more in confidence. I'm listening to all the feedback that we get from people. We've got sacks and sacks of mailbags outside full of feedback. Do they still use mail, snail mail these days?
I think.
But if you're in the right frame of mind and the right headspace, there's so much awesome data to come from this. So much stuff that you can sort of benefit from and learn. Obviously, you know, you can't listen. One of the biggest lessons I learned in when we did some media training is that when you are on when you're on TV or film or radio, don't get your family to watch it back. They're not professionals. They hear you every day. So at the end of the day, you don't want to be taking feedback from your immediate family. Try and look outside of that because a
Yeah.
lot of these people are seeing you for the first time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. And that's the thing. It's such an interesting topic around the family. You know,
Oh,
a lot of people don't want to post the things they want to actually say
yeah.
because of their family, because they're fearing that judgment. And it's just a matter that you, that individual who wants to start posting something that's more meaningful to them or more in alignment with who they are or where they want to
Yeah.
be, that their family is not used to that version of them. So
Yeah.
they keep shrinking themselves to be in that comfort zone with the family and be the person that they think their family needs them to be. But
Yeah.
the thing that you always find over and over again, whether it's in books, whether it's in movies, in real life, you break out of these patterns and it's there's so much fear and you think it's, you know, everyone's against you and this and that, and then you keep breaking through, you keep following your passion, you keep being the true authentic person you are, and suddenly you turn around and everyone's going, good job, that's
Yeah.
amazing, and you're inspiring. But
Yeah.
there's always that transition period between leaving the comfort zone and then actually being inspiring, and you've got to be your own champion to push yourself through that barrier, because it is tricky, especially when you think everyone who knows you is judging you. But again, this comes down to being healed before you go and post heaps of
Yeah.
content and making sure what you're posting is actually true to who you are, because when you're performing you can feel that and the audience can feel that, and that's when you feel a little bit cringe about yourself and you look back at your videos and you think, oh, that's not really what I want to be saying. So it's about taking that time to really figure out where you're heading, what you want, and that can change. It doesn't have to be the you have your answer at 18 and then you're doing the same thing until you're, you know, cark it.
Heck, I'm 28 and I'm still
44.
yeah, 44, more like 64. But you don't have control over when I'm 64, that's a Beatles song. You don't have control over who views your content either. And that's part of it for me. That was a big lesson is that you think, oh, you know, like you're saying, family might see it or a relative might see it or whoever, you know, an ex, whatever. But like you have no control over who's. So the minute you let go of that control, but there's also the other side of it is that what you're talking about can be magnetic to the right people. So it tends to build your tribe a little bit more. You find those people that are meant to be in your tribe. And we've actually found a couple since starting the podcast as well. People that are like-minded, and hopefully at some point we will be putting some of those people on the podcast with us.
Yeah, definitely. But that I love that point where you need to, like, it trains you to be seen publicly and not have that control, because that is such a deep, like, healing practice to
Yeah.
be able to release control, to understand you actually never had control over anything. Nothing stays the same. Everything is constantly changing, and letting go of that need to be in control of everyone else's perception of you and everything. That's growth. That's huge personal growth.
Yeah, getting out of your comfort zone is the quickest way to grow. I'm trying to think if there's any ways where you're out of your comfort zone or any situations where you're out of your comfort zone that don't benefit you. I can't think of one. It sounds weird, doesn't it? Like
No,
putting
it's
yourself
because it's
through a little bit of,
yeah,
adversity
yeah.
actually helps you so much.
Yeah, it's just like the literal building of a muscle. You've got to tear the muscle for it to then reshape and build itself. I don't obviously know the technical side of it, but it's so funny because it's always in our heads, like all this fear around if I do this and if it's always if I fail or if I'm not
Yeah,
worthy or if people don't get me and this and that. But what you start to find as you get older, and I hope people take this on much earlier in life than I probably did, is just try, go
yeah,
for it. And like, you don't need to, we're not saying you need to know your entire life purpose before you can do content. We're just saying get to know yourself, like be comfortable with who you are. And even if who you are is loud and weird and a bit wacky, that's
mm,
fantastic. Like be your authentic self because that's what's magnetic. And when you're actually being who you are in real life
yeah,
on camera, the
yeah.
same person, there's no sort of transition from personality types, you will find your tribe. Like you will find it. And you might shift your message, your tone, your style along the way, but your energy is going to remain the same. So you will
Totally.
maintain that same group of people, audience, fans, whoever it is, that
And
are just following your journey.
yeah, they're just the side benefits. I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that you actually are liberating yourself is probably one of the most important things. Can I just go back a step? We don't condone the tearing of muscles off bones or anything like that. So, Sarah,
We do condone working out, Dave.
well, isn't
One
it
of us
obvious?
does. Dave is my personal trainer.
Um, but just on another thing to do with some of the benefits of social media and why you should fall in love with it again,
Mm,
is that your audience it's global. Your reach can be phenomenal. You know, I don't know what the word successful or unsuccessful means, but if your aim is to get, you know, your message out to people, this is the way to do it. Like
yeah.
if you get two people, if you get one person, it's the right person,
Mm,
then it's done its job. But
hmm
the reach that you will have using social media is phenomenal. I mean, the old days, we would make videos, we would put them on tapes. We never had the internet, and people would hand around VHS tapes. No digital files, nothing. So you're sort of reliant. One of the ways we used to advertise back in the day was Pearl and Dean. Pearl and Dean are the people that put up the ads before you watch a feature movie in a cinema. I think they still do it.
Like Val
So
Morgan.
yeah, Val Morgan, exactly, exactly.
Mm.
And I know a lot of my friends in the wedding industry, they would find a rom-com and advertise before the rom-com. And that would then at least put them in front of, if it was for a season when a movie was released, it would put them in front
Mm.
of a couple of hundred, maybe a couple of thousand people. But today, it doesn't, you could be in front of millions without even knowing it. But then there is
Yeah.
the data side of it where you can track these things as well. I'm not saying get into it for the views because that's
Yeah.
probably the surest way to fail.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just,
if you're just doing it for those metrics, it's very, very quickly you stop being yourself. If you're just doing it to go viral, what you're going to probably do is jump on a trend. So you're doing something someone else has already done. You're just recycling and reusing other people's ideas rather than being authentic and original. And
yeah,
look, some people are very savvy where they sort of do a bit of a blend where they go, I'll do a couple of trends to boost but I've
yeah,
got this actual message over here that I can then steer them towards. And again, like there is no rules. And Dave and I are certainly not the like, we know everything about social media. We're building and growing and we're sharing everything that we're learning along the way. We have a lot of experience helping other brands and businesses build their names. But when it comes to doing it yourself, it's very different.
ka-ching, ka-ching. Insert
But no,
promotion here.
I love what you're saying about the global reach. Like it
Oh,
lets you find your people without geography. Like it's
yeah,
you don't have to worry about that. With my last podcast that I was doing, I was able to do interviews with people in the UK, US, Canada, like
mm,
so easily. And the other thing I love about it is there's that saying that you become who you surround yourself with, like the
yeah,
five people that you
yeah,
spend the most time with, you become. And seeing as your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between like imagined and reality, when you're ingesting all of this content from people, you can choose to be, looking at all the content from these creators, these thought leaders that you love, that you really idolize, you think they've got a handle on life and they're doing things really well. If you're surrounding yourself with their content, your subconscious mind is taking that in as like conversation. It's like you're literally feeling like you have a relationship with these people. And I know that can sound a bit like weird, but the positive of it is that you are becoming more like anyone you want to become. Instead of feeling like, oh, well, I'm becoming the 5 people that are around me, and the 5 people that are around me just so happen to be this person that I see every day at work, and this person in my family, and this. You can choose those 5 people that you want to ingest the most content from to start amplifying your game to be a little bit more on that sort of level or that trajectory they're heading on. Like, for example, I know very little about business, so I've started listening to a lot of Stephen Bartlett's content, the Diary of a CEO guy. And he's got so much behind the scenes content, so many speeches he's done online. So even if I'm cooking or I'm, going for a walk or working out or something, I can just put a podcast in, or I can listen to a talk or something. And I'm just ingesting all of this fantastic business advice that he's garnered over his years of doing it, and he's sharing openly and freely.
Yeah.
And I'm just learning so much. It's blowing my own mind. And I'm noticing traits that I'm becoming more like the things that he's sort of saying. And I don't even have to hang out with the dude. I just listen to his content.
Yeah. And
Thank you, social media.
I know I'm comparing it to old school days, but the speed that the messages get to you, like I said, if you use the Val Morgan example, I mean, it would take 10 years for people to see, or take 10 years for 1,000 people to see these ads. Whereas today, you put yourself out there, it's in front of millions instantaneously, and it's always there.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's not going to, like, I think, oh, geez, what was the name of that video guy that advertised at Val Morgan? I've got to wait another year for another rom-com to come out and hope that he advertises. It's there. And with search engines these days and AI, you can find people in a jiffy. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you can find that random posts that you've done, like, I know a lot of people sort of delete their posts if it's not doing too well. Again, that's a good way to understand where you're at mentally a little bit more. Like, are you really self-conscious of the fact that you've got a video there that's got 25,000 likes, and then or views, and then you've got another video that's only got 100, and you get really self-conscious and fearful that people are going to judge you and you delete it? Like, that's understanding yourself a little bit more and looking, and then maybe going, okay, why do I feel this way? Who do I need to prove this to? Asking yourself the deeper questions and sitting with yourself for a little bit and going, why is this a pattern of mine? Because the truth is as well, when it comes to those sorts of videos, your videos can blow up at any time. It could be a video that you posted, like Dave's saying, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And suddenly that topic is trending now, and someone randomly finds that post that you did 2 years ago, and then they share it and blah, 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 blah. So it's always I just think it's nice to have a bit of to be able to look back and see your own progression. Like, I have posts of, what are you laughing at, Dave?
Don't search my name, please.
Dave.
Dave's got some videos that don't want to be seen. Just also on that, you mentioned, while I could get a moment here.
Let me just leave you to it, buddy.
Oh dear.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Unfluencers Anonymous. Dave and I just wanted to take a quick second to remind you that you have access right now to a whole bunch of freebies that we have created for you that are going to help you start creating your content right away in a more aligned, easy, chill sort of way that isn't going to stress you out. So first up, we have a 30-minute masterclass. It's called Breaking Down the Blocks. And this is focusing on all of the most common blocks that people face when they go to press record on that camera. These are the things that make us freak out and decide, you know what, I don't actually want to do this today, and come up with all of these excuses that will avoid actually creating the content that you need to create for your business or your brand or your service or whatever it is that you're trying to put out into the world. Then what else have we got, Dave?
Well, we've got 30 universal content prompts, basically the things that give you ideas to get you started. So you're not overthinking things. You've got a prompt there to go, and away you go.
These universal prompts will work for any service, any business. They can be used for anything that you're trying to say, and it will just make the thinking process a little bit less while you're starting out.
Yeah. So the next thing also we've got, also as a PDF, is the 3 core pillars identifier.
This one is such a big one. This is going to help you to identify what it is that your core values are when it comes to the message that you are sending out into the world. This is going to hone in your brand tone and message, and it's also going to start attracting the right kind of audience, the people that align with the same things that you believe in, that you're speaking to in particular. And this has just been such a game changer for us when we started to identify the main pillars that all of our content fall under.
That's right. But wait, there's more. We're also giving away a content repurposing flowchart. So basically what that means is showing you how many different ways you can use one piece of content, rehashing it.
And this one's such a huge one because it's going to save you time in filming. You're not going to have to film as often as you think you do if you are maximizing the use of that one piece of content. So this content repurposing flowchart is really, it's gold. We do this all the time.
Exactly. If it's saving you time, it's saving you money.
Yes, absolutely.
That was serious.
It just sounded so salesy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks again for listening, for staying tuned, for being part of this Unfluencers Anonymous community. We've got you. You've got us. Let's keep chatting. Let's keep creating. And let's get back to the episode.
One team, one dream. Well, while she's gone, no, like Sarah's mentioning, she's had people on podcasts from all over the world. Well, I've had them from all over the universe, Mars, Mercury, Uranus, and other places. So the other thing, Sarah...
Sorry, insert laugh here. There it is. Now continue. I'm going to create a fake laugh that I can just like...
Yeah, you know, like those buzzers.
Maybe a bird sound.
Maybe you need a, what's the name? What do they call it when someone says something inappropriate and you hit the time
quack.
delay?
Quack.
What? That's what. No, but look, honestly, like everything I've said before is not honest. Honestly, from right now, what I love about posting as well is that it does build muscles that you don't normally use. It basically builds resilience, which I think is something that we really lack today. And I think you just need to know that no one has all their stuff together. Alls of us.
So no Dave went through this amazing period where
let's tell
he's like really
let's
tell him everything. So he's really good at
everything.
grammar.
Sorry, everything.
Yes. Everything about you. Don't spit. No, I just think this is hilarious because Dave is really strict on grammar. He's great, grammatically correct, like in spelling, in the way he writes, and he prides himself on this.
Articulate.
But all of a sudden, about like 6 months ago, he started just saying alls and bought instead of brought. So he'd say something like, alls I'm trying to say is that I bought my tripod in and then it didn't work. And it just like, I don't know, it was just like a glitch in the system. And I let him go for like 2 or 3 months and not said anything, thinking it would just correct itself. But it didn't. And so I had to. And now that's what he's talking about. That was more of a fun story for me.
You've just offended half our audience who are my lab cousins. Oi, sorry, cuz. You've just
it's
offended.
fine for anyone else. It's just Mr. Grammatically Correct over here. Just had a shift in.
That's okay. Honestly, to all my relos watching, we'll put subtitles up later. Don't worry. I can't understand her either. She doesn't speak
Dutch,
proper good English.
Not proper good, mate.
Not proper good.
But yeah,
But it also helps. Like I love the way we're ebbing and flowing and cutting, but it helps with it helps with self-regulation and nervous system regulation. Do you know what that means, Sarah? How about you elaborate? Could you elaborate on that?
Can you elaborate on that?
Totally.
I'm trying to find that in our notes, but I love it.
Point number 4, last sentence.
Really?
Sorry, we passed point 4?
We're going like this today. It's great. We're going pew, 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 all over the notes. But that's the thing. Like there's so many positives. We're probably not going to get through all these notes today because there's so many ways that you can use this to heal yourself. But yeah, absolutely. Like nervous system regulation. This is what we're all about, is being able to move.
All's about.
This is what we're all's about. Being able to move from stressful situations to homeostasis, calm situations, and not have the lingering effects. It's like a deer, when it's knowing that it's getting hunted by a lion. and it gets away. And then it suddenly does this big shake. It shakes its body and it resets its nervous system. Then it just goes about strolling again. You always look at a deer like, you were almost dead and now you're just chilling, eating again. Like, how do you do that? That's what we're trying to learn as humans, because we can so easily find ourselves getting triggered and then feeling shame and feeling a lack of self-worth, and all of these like a negative thought will attract another negative thought. It's just like a magnet, and same with positive. So if you're not building your social media to be curated in the way that you actually want to be healing and moving and expanding and growing in your life, then it can be just a trigger fest. Like, you can jump on there, and especially if you're waking up first thing in the morning. We spoke about this last week, giving yourself a buffer in the morning and at night before you go to bed and when you first wake up, so you're not letting social media dictate your mood for the day and dictate how you feel as the last thought before you go to sleep. But it's, yeah, this is like, it can be looked at as such a trivial thing, social media, but when you actually look a bit deeper, it can affect how you show up in the world, how you feel. The amount of people that I moved back to my hometown a couple of years ago. I've been gone for 12, 13 years. And a couple of people that I've reconnected with that I knew back then, they were so confident, they were so outgoing, and now they're really struggling just to be in social situations. And I think a lot of that has to do with social media and the way it's made them feel, because they haven't been aware of the way that they're perceiving certain things, and they haven't been aware of the fact that they're in charge of social media. You can unfollow anyone. You can, as soon as something makes you feel like that's not in alignment with you, maybe have a look at that and go, why am I following? What value is this bringing into my reality, this person, this account?
Yeah, just also to say that when we say, a bit of a trigger for me, when we say the way something makes you feel, if we understand how powerful our mind is, nothing makes you feel anything. You make yourself feel something. And the moment you realize that, the light globe goes off and you realize that you're invincible. You are unbelievable. You are so powerful. And I think this is where you need to get to the stage to, especially if you're going to be present. In other words, people automatically think that being on social media, you've got to be in performance mode. Well, we don't believe that. We believe you've just got to be present. You've just got to show up. And the minute you realize that you're untouchable, then basically the game changes, and that nothing can get to you unless you let your mind get to it. And guess who controls your mind? You do. So I think the other thing with social media, following on from that, is that if you're in that space and you're in that headspace, then literally nothing's going to get to you. So social media is actually a really low risk, safe environment for you to be telling people what you feel and how you are, and sharing messages with them that are hopefully only positive, not negative. But it really is a safe space. It really is. I mean, to show you the power of the mind, obviously, one of the things that Sonia teaches in media training is I want everyone to not think about the Harbour Bridge. Hello, what's in your mind now? And I mean, everyone knows the Harbour Bridge. Everyone's seen it in one way, shape or form, whether it be digital or on, whether it's on telly, computer, or an image of it. But that's how powerful your mind is.
Yes.
Thank you. On that note.
No, that's so awesome. And it's, yes. Fuck yes. That's the crux of it, is understanding that you are the creator of your reality. And that, yes, it's your thoughts, you're creating your reality from your thoughts, but the physical actions that you take every day are also affecting those thoughts and feeding them with, which wolf are you feeding, the positive or the negative one? And social media is such a big part. It's like the food source for either wolf. And so, yeah, I love what you're saying there. It's not that anyone else is making you feel bad. And like those people that I was talking about from my past that are now showing up really self-consciously, that's been a lack of awareness, a lack of self-awareness, and a lack of willingness to really dig in deep and go, okay, these things are making me feel a certain way. Let me sit with this. Let me talk to myself. Let me journal. We could go over the billion ways that you can start your healing journey. If you want to hear more about that, let us know and we can do a whole episode on it. But I mean, there are so many different methods for different people and everyone requires something a little bit different. But just putting in the time to do that work makes you this grounded, solid, impact-driven person. You know where you're going. You know what you want to achieve. So when something comes into your field, whether it's on social media, whether it's in real life, if it's not in alignment with the trajectory that you are moving towards, because you're
Yeah,
so clear on that and so confident about that, then it's a very easy culling process. You know what I mean?
totally,
And
totally.
obviously there are variables. There are some things you can't cull, some people you can't cull. But
No.
again, you come back to going, you're not a victim in any situation. You can be at cause. There's cause and effect of everything.
Yeah.
Every effect has a cause, every cause has an effect, but you can always be at cause when you remember you're not a victim. I actually have Victor. I have a post-it note right behind my computer here that says victim or victor. Because I have to remind myself of that. As soon as I start to fall into they made me feel this way or they did this to
Mm,
me, I go, wait, no, no, no. They didn't, they did what they did and I've taken it a certain way. And why did I take it that way? Let's look at this, Sarah. And that's part of my healing process is self-inquiry.
yeah. Yeah. Work with whatever cards you're dealt with. You know, that's,
Yeah. You've
we
got
can't,
teachers everywhere.
we
Like
can't, yeah. There's no reason to go into victim mode. Absolutely no reason.
no.
I mean, sometimes I say to people, you must have a really hard life because of certain situations in their life. And they look at me and go, well, no, not really. It's how I deal with it. And I choose to deal with it in this way. And then they say to me, actually, we feel sorry for you because you've got to work with Sarah. And I realize then that I do
But
have it
there is
pretty
one
hard.
victim here.
No, but also what we're saying about that, it levels the playing field. Like when you're doing what we do, we're doing a podcast. You don't have to do podcasts. You could just put up a post on social media that might be inspiring, or it might be a message that someone's waiting to hear. But it's a level playing field in the sense that whoever engages in social media, it doesn't matter whether you're a multi-billion-dollar company or whether you're someone that's struggling to make ends meet, or whether you're a family man that's 60,
Where's
or
that? Who's
whether,
that?
yeah,
We've
who's
only got a
that? Yeah.
44-year-old here. I don't know what you're
Yeah, or
talking about.
someone that doesn't know what they're going to do on Valentine's Day yet.
That's a you thing.
It's
Anyway,
a
Dave's
level
always trying
playing
to,
field.
yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say. It's a level playing field.
No, but it's true. You have the same, and especially now because all the algorithm, the way that they run on every app has changed to match TikTok, which is
Mm.
basically you get served to the world. You get served to your content is delivered to anyone who resonates with that, anyone who's searching that sort of thing. And then obviously the more people like and comment and engage, it gets boosted up and up and up. But you have the same level of potential to access the same amount of people as, like Dave's saying, $1 billion
Yeah,
company.
yeah.
So there's no hierarchy anymore. It's very like democratized, which is fantastic. And
Sorry,
that's, you know,
sorry. Very what? Sorry, very.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't say big words often.
Okay.
Democratized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
bloody
Thanks for that.
twat.
I've learned a new word today, like trajectory that you slipped in earlier on that you
I
didn't think I
said
would notice. Oh,
trajectory.
okay. Look up trajectory, people.
Yes, that was my old podcast. And I will still be using that name for other things, which Dave came up with. So anyway.
She's never admitted that, but you've
Yes, I
never admitted.
have. You are in twat mode today. I have admitted that so many times in front of your face. This shows you don't listen.
Yo face, yo face. Tell me something. Tell me with this. Okay, so
No,
question.
you tell me. You tell me.
Okay, all right. Well,
Go
I'm
for
trying
it.
to work this out, right? Because unlike people that are probably watching and are going, "What the hell's going on here?" But how do we know? Okay, so
Let's
we've
hope
said it's a
not.
level. It's a level playing field. Anyone can get on there and say whatever they want to say. What if people are putting messages out there that, well, let's say the wrong people get this, right? Now, I'm going down a negative path here, but if people are putting messages out there that aren't true, how does what the internet work it out for you that this isn't true, or do people sort of watch it and go, that doesn't resonate with me? How do we sort out falsehoods?
Well, again, it comes back to knowing yourself, taking the time to understand who you are, what you agree with, what your values are. Most people don't know what their values are. I didn't until about 2 years ago. And I was reading a book by Brene Brown, and she's very big on understanding your core values.
Yeah,
And she recommends only having like 2 or 3 max, because otherwise, if you have 10 values, it's kind of like having no values because you're like, I like
yeah,
this and this and this.
that's true.
So my values, for example, are truth and freedom. So when I looked at my life, I went, what are the things that are like consistent throughout. There's a through line of something throughout my entire life, and it's always been those two things. I've always needed the truth from people. I have an absolute high level bullshit radar, and I don't like being around people who aren't true to themselves, who aren't true to me. I want to know the truth about our ancient origins. I want to know the truth about why we can heal our bodies and we're not told about that. I want to know all the truth, but I also am obsessed with freedom. I've always needed, that's why we've worked together for so long. We both have created this beautiful job for ourselves where we don't feel like we're working for the man. We don't feel like we have to report to anyone. We're both creative individuals and we work together really well. I need freedom in terms of my social life. I don't want to be locked into certain things. I need to be flexible. I like to travel. I like to have variety and all sorts of things. And so again, the point of this is to say that your question is sort of like saying, why do people do bad things in the world? Like people are going to
Probably.
do
Yeah.
what their awareness and consciousness level is at. Like whatever level they're at in consciousness, that's how they're going to act in the world. And then how
Yeah.
they act in the world and think about themselves, that's what's going to attract more of that
More.
in reality. So
Exactly.
we're always coming back to the same exact message, which is you need to do the inner work before the outer work, which is content
Okay.
creation, shines and has power and impact
So what we're saying is, whatever your message is, will attract the people that resonate with that
of
message
like kind.
of like kind. But if that message, and I'm not judging messages, is a dark message, it will attract
Of
people
course.
that, yeah. So again, I'm just showing, again, it's a level playing field.
It's a
There's
mirror.
no, it's a
Yeah.
mirror. There's no judgment. There's no, so I know that sounds neg, but it
But
goes to
I
show
mean,
you the
look at what,
power.
yeah. And I mean, look at what we're only just now moving into a time where people are becoming more aware. Like we were talking about earlier, there's a lot more professionals that are sharing their opinions and their advice, their knowledge, like doctors, therapists, psychologists, all sorts of things. So we're understanding more about ourselves, our mind, our body, our spirit. Oh, I just totally lost my train of thought. What did you just say?
Oh, did I say something? No. What we're
But you
talking
have
about the mirror, right? We're saying, well, this is how powerful social media is. Whatever you say will attract like-minded people, because it's really the messaging that you're putting out there is going to attract those people, those viewers. And I
Oh,
was just saying that
I
whether
was
it's
saying that the majority until now, and we're starting to become more aware and we're waking up to who we can really be. The majority of content has always been negative. Think about the news. Think about, you know what I mean? Like it's always been focused on the drama because
oh,
drama sells. And some people know that. But again, it comes back to if you are creating content that's literally just drama bait, clickbait, so that people are going to click on your stuff, it's if that's what you want to
honestly,
do with your life, that's what you want to do with your life. I will never be in the same field as someone like that because that doesn't resonate with me. And we attract what we are. You know what I mean? So there will be people like that who are of a certain stage of their own consciousness where maybe that's all they want to do. But for me personally, and for a lot of people who are on this healing journey who want to understand a bit more about self mastery and what they're capable of, you will feel it in your body. If you're just putting out negativity and you're getting negativity back or you're getting people feeding off that negativity,
yeah.
you're not going to be feeling great. You're not
No.
going to be feeling grounded. You're not going to be feeling elevated. And that's a choice. You know, everyone's always got choice. Free will is a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Free Willy. Did you say Free Willy?
No, but I actually saw that movie is still around somewhere.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that the other day,
I think
an
there's a
ad for it.
two as well.
Yeah.
There's a Free Willy too. Um, I was going to also say before I was interrupted was,
By who?
I mean,
What?
I've probably got about 10 words in this episode.
Shut your mouth. See?
See what I mean? See, abuse. It's on record. The other thing too is messaging is getting shorter and shorter. People don't want to hear the fluff, right? So when we're just talking about the positive and negative messages and who they attract. The people that are watching are not going to want to sit there. Like what irks me at the moment on social media is that you see a video will come up and it'll say, watch this, wait till the end. They want to get that 15 seconds. If they get you watching for 15 seconds, that works miracles with the algorithm, especially if it's a video. So you see these videos and then I will, like a sucker, watch these videos and wait till the end. And it's just someone walking across the road. There's
Yeah.
nothing. There's absolutely, and again, I'm not one to condone watching videos that are quite horrific with people getting hit. But that's what, by saying watch till the end, our minds, which are very powerful, will make up the story for us and go, oh, someone's going to get
Yeah,
into
and
some sort of trouble here.
it taps into FOMO as well, which is a big part of selling. Like that's how you sell when people feel like I'm going to miss out if I don't see the end of this video, you know.
Yeah.
And even on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, they've got these little reels that are the sound is off and it's an option for you to click on, but they're always like visually hook, like they're a visual hook, whether it's something that someone's about to jump off a cliff and then it, you
Yeah.
know, it freezes or something, or someone's about to fall over and then it
Yeah.
goes back to the start and you just want to see what's going to happen. But again, like you can train the algorithm to send you those sorts of videos exist
Yeah.
everywhere. There's
Yeah.
positive ones about that. There's,
Actually,
you
that's
know,
a great point. Again, like you control your mind and what comes into your life and, how you feel about things, including yourself. It's the
yep.
same. I suppose that's the thing with social media. It's a bit of a mirror. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you're looking at is going to continue to flourish in your feeds.
Yeah.
If you're someone that likes to see people get injured or maimed, then that's what's going to come up in your feed. If you're like someone that likes to learn and follow people like Neville Goddard,
Oh,
that's what's going to come up in your field. By the way,
and
I haven't watched Neville Goddard or researched him yet, but Sarah said,
Sarah's obsessed. Honestly, I think he passed away in the 30s or something, 1930s or 40s or 50s. He's like, you know, older generation, but his content is just so powerful and he's just such an aware human. He's so solid. But there's like a renaissance for all of his info at the moment. Everyone's getting into it now and reposting, and then they've got AI versions of it and everything. It's interesting, but the content is
yeah.
still good. But it's actually that's the next point I wanted to say about social media and how you can use it to
Do we have
quantum.
points? Do we have points? Are we using points?
Where's my bird sound when I need it? I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get like a physical bird that's just like dad
Wow.
joke time.
Deers,
Let's pay
lions,
the fee.
muscles off bones, deers and lions, now birds.
What?
Deers, you're talking about deers and lions
Oh yeah,
tearing muscles off bones, and now she's going to do something with birds.
nice. There's our teaser intro for this episode. All the highlights. No, but one of my favorite things, which we've already sort of tapped into about social media and how it can quantum leap you into the person that you want to be, the life you want to live, is it's just one big university and it's pretty much mainly free. Like everyone now understands, creators and influencers and all these people who have a message, they understand that there is so much info out there that they have to give so much away for free to get people to just understand who they are, to like them, to trust them, and then they can go and, you know, maybe move into a paid course or buy a digital product or something like that. But the beauty of it is for everyone like us is we have access to so much free
It's
information that we would have had to pay so many thousands of dollars for not that long ago.
it is such a powerful tool. It's probably the most powerful tool for connection and healing, and for the collective evolution. It really is. In history, I don't know of a more powerful tool. As long
Yeah.
as you're conscious, and that
Yeah.
sounds like a bit of a woke word, but I think that's the key to it all.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
just wandering around consuming a whole bunch of crap. Because, I mean, the algorithm will be quick to feed you a bunch of crap if you don't tell it that you don't like that sort of stuff. Nope. I
Potty.
don't consume that. No, I like things that are going to elevate me. My
Yeah.
feed is so calming now. Like, it's literally like
Sorry,
thought leaders,
your
cats,
feet, your
my,
feet are so calming.
yes,
All
my
I heard was
feet.
potty mouth, feet calming.
David,
I'm,
Rebecca, Feliciaton.
can we wrap up now?
There
Can
you
we wrap
are.
up, please?
Yeah.
Please. All
No,
right,
it
Cove.
is. Yes, it is. I think that is enough from us. There's so many more points we can go into, but the same message just keeps coming up, and that's what we really wanted to point out is that social media is just a mirror. It's a great tool for you to understand where you're at in your own personal evolution, your healing journey, understanding who you are, what you
Yeah,
like, what you want to
yeah.
do, and you are always in control. So don't ever feel like you're a victim to it. You can turn
No.
it off at any point, and you can also shape it to feed you exactly what you want to help you out.
Yes, and you're right. But no, no, no. When you said you can turn it off, sometimes silence is golden. Sometimes you learn more. But don't give social media a bad rap just because you've got a problem with it.
It's
Okay?
just a mirror. Love that.
Mira,
Love it.
mira,
Mirror, mirror on the
mira.
wall.
I think in
Well,
I think in Hispanic language, mira means mira, like look. Look over
oh,
there.
mirror means mirror.
Mira.
Cool. That is fantastic information. Thank you, David.
It's all right. Middle Eastern, it's shuf.
Oh,
Look.
in Aussie,
Yeah.
it's huh?
In the
Oh,
language of Yeshua, I don't know what it is. But anyway,
Aramaic.
I know
What
that's
is
the
it?
language, but
What
yeah.
is it? Come
It
on.
is Aramaic.
You know
It's
all things.
ooh,
All right, let's let the good people go.
I see you. I see
Woo!
you. I like that.
Dave, are you with us? Have you left the building? Have you just left completely? Fare thee well, my friend. Thank you for listening. Everyone who's listening, and please let us know your experience with social media, how you're feeling about it, what you want to learn more about, what you want us to dive into. We are here for you. We're all growing and learning together, and we're figuring this shit out because we are all influencers.
That's right. Can you just give us a little while to go through all the sacks of mail out the front before you reach out to us?
For anyone who doesn't remember, there was a dad joke inserted earlier in the piece that relates to. Thank
That's
you.
what I'm doing. I'm testing people out. I'm seeing
this
if you're
is
watching.
the-
Wait till the end.
This
So
is
our
the
algorithms go up. Our algorithms go up.
This is the dad joke commentary. What else have you got, David?
How many 1-800 numbers?
We're out. We're out.